So I was lucky enough to get the new Interpol album a few days early. Now this is not a lie, I got it right here. Here's a little video I took of me spinning the record, and here's the album cover and the art inside of the album. Now I'm not going to leak any of the songs on this album because I feel like that's disrespectful for Interpol and also Matador and all the people who created this album and helped with it. But I will give a small review, and I'll also talk about how I was able to get this record early. I know some people are getting their albums early because they ordered it online, and sometimes some of the albums are shipping earlier than expected. But I was actually able to get my record by going into a record store, and they had the record out early. I'm not going to disclose the location of the store to also avoid problems with them as well. But what happened was I walked into the record store and I saw the new Interpol CD was on display, and I was saying to my friend, I'm like, wait, did this come out and we didn't even know about it? But it turns out they actually set it out early, and I actually got this on Sunday, July 10th. And the album comes out July 15th, so I actually got this album 5 days early. My friends and I were freaking out. We had to get it because we're pretty big Interpol fans, and it's honestly a really good album. We took it home, we listened to it. I've listened to this album 2 times now, probably going to listen to it a 3rd time later today, but I think this album's really good. And I think this album really stands with Antics and Turn on the Bright Lights in Interpol's discography. Even though I do like this album and I put it so highly next to Turn on the Bright Lights and Antics, there are some songs and there are some areas of the album that I'm not too fond of. I'm going to talk about the songs that I'm not too fond of or how they were placed in the album, and then I'm going to talk about the songs I really enjoyed. My few problems with this album is that the 3rd song, Into the Night, and Mr. Credit, the 4th song, they sound kind of similar and they kind of blend into each other. That makes that area of the albums kind of sound a little draining. They're both pretty good songs. I think Mr. Credit was pretty good, but they sound so much alike that it kind of, I wasn't that big on that. I don't know if it's because maybe I need to try another time. Maybe in my 3rd listen I will it won't affect me as much possibly, but on my 2 listens, that's one of the problems that I've noticed. Also, the song Greenwich, I wasn't the biggest fan of. It's not a terrible song. I kind of felt like that song was a little draining compared to all the other songs. All these other songs on this album are pretty good, honestly. I'm a big fan of Tony, Fables, Something's Changed. Those are all the singles that were released. I'm a big fan of those ones. But like Passenger is awesome. And I would also like to say Big Shot City has a really cool like beat or like with it. It has like these like drums and like shaking thing and everything. Yeah, I would like to play the songs for you like I said, but I don't want to like leak any music and you know the deal. But I do think this album is really cool. This is a very like vibe album. Like this is an album that you like put on and then you just like sit back and listen to it. There's some songs on this album that has like layering guitar parts, it sounds like, or has like this dream-esque style, which is not like dream pop or shoegaze, but it kind of has the same like shoegaze effect in a way where it's like you listen to it and you kind of like drift off, if you know what I mean, if you listen to shoegaze music. But it has that effect on some of these songs, and there's also like very like cool songs. One of my favorites on this album, Fables and Passenger. Fables is a really cool song that builds up over time, and also like the chorus in this song is great. Yeah, I would say Fables, Passenger, and Big Shot City are some of my favorites on this album. Passenger might be the best song on this album. It's up to opinion, obviously, but my opinion is Passenger is the best song on this album. Yeah, so I'm excited for everyone else to check out this album and let me know if you enjoyed it. Even though I do have some nitpicks with this album, I do think it's very good. And I'm not a professional music reviewer. I just wanted to like give my takes on this, and I also wanted to share it because the album's not even out yet. So I'm like, this would be a cool thing to talk about, give some light on. So yeah, this album comes out July 15th. Buy it, listen to it online. And if you get your album early, or if you come across an album in the store and you can buy it early, Let me know in the comments, like, what happened with your experience, because it was pretty cool. My friends and I, we posted on the Interpol Reddit and the Discord, because we were like, oh, we should tell like the Interpol fans that like we got this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so let me know what do you think of this album. Do you agree with me in thinking it's up there with Antics and Turn on the Bright Lights, or maybe you disagree? I don't know. Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this album for yourself when it comes out, and goodbye. One last thing, I realized I never showed it in my hand, the new album in my hand on the video like this. So yeah, this is the album. Proof. I got it. This is not a lie. Thank you. Bye.